How's it going, Camp Zama? I'm Specialist Clarence Caulfield, and here's your Zama Pulse. As the year rolls on and the weather gets better, the Army's attention turns to its favorite topic of the hottest months. Okay, of every month, safety. That's why Camp Zama held a safety stand-down showcasing various ways soldiers and civilians could minimize risk over the summer months.
Getting ready to go into the summer season, there are a lot of possible accidents that can occur, specifically with fire safety. And it's just important to have a safety stand-down day so that way we can educate not only our soldiers, our DA civilians, but also our local national employees, so that way we're all having a good, safe, and fun summer.
People at the event taught important skills such as CPR and how to properly use a fire extinguisher. Let people experience what it would be like to escape a smoke-filled building, educated them on summer insect safety, and highlighted the importance of being prepared in case a disaster strikes.
When a disaster strikes, you never know what kind of a situation you'll be in. If you don't know if you'll have access to water, access to food, access to any kind of communication. So if you prepare a kit in advance, you always know that you're going to have those things, you know where to quickly grab them from, and you know that you're going to be prepared with at least the basics in case you don't have access to those fundamental things.
The basics being things such as drinking water, food, a flashlight, a blanket, and ready cash. It's never too soon to start thinking about putting together a disaster preparedness kit, especially when you live in a country with frequent earthquakes like Japan. In other news, soldiers and civilians went head-to-head in a triathlon at Yano Gym. The event featured a 200-meter swim, a looping bike race around the golf course, and capped off with a foot race to the finish. The 30 participants in the triathlon earned points towards their units for the annual Commander's Cup competition. Only this competition wasn't just about winning.
The Commander's Cup events is another avenue of general physical fitness for everybody. So we're promoting health, physical fitness, balance, nutrition, and everything that boosts camaraderie, esprit de corps, and all that kind of good stuff.
But just like every race, there were winners. Yuichi Imada of U.S. Army Garrison Japan placed first in the men's division, while Melanie Kincaid, a spouse representing the 441st Military Intelligence Battalion, claimed the top prize for the women's division.
If you look at how much I've trained, anyone can do this. And I would love to see more women out here. I know that there's so many just really physically fit women out there that could probably beat me by many, many minutes. And I'd love to see them out here in more competition and just cheering each other on.
Don't leave your unit out in the cold. Sign up for Commander's Cup events so that your team has the edge. Finally, we turn our ears to the distinctive sounds of big band jazz music that could only come from our very own U.S. Army Japan Band. Members of the band teamed up with select members of the Air Force and Japan Ground Self-Defense Force bands to put on a show at Asaka, Japan's Dream Palace Hall, around 40 miles north of Zama.
It's great to get out to the community, to not only to play music and get the community together, but also to put a positive face, a positive image on the military and what our job is here in Japan. With the Japanese, it's a lot of fun to play with them. Not only they're great musicians, we may not share the same language per se, but we do share the same language in jazz and in music. It's a real pleasure and it's a lot of fun to play with these guys.
The concert was a huge success, selling out more than 1,000 seats for the big show. The U.S. Army Japan Band makes a great effort to get out into the community as much as possible to entertain and put a good face forward for soldiers serving here in Japan. Now here's a look at the community calendar, all to the sounds of Camp Zama's very own U.S. Army Japan Band.
I've got you under my skin. Yes, I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you are a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in, but I said to myself, this affair.
And that's the Pulse at Camp Zama for this week. I'm Specialist Clarence Caulfield. Have a fun and safe Memorial Day weekend. See you next time.